Chapter 6 Rules governing inspection testing of locomotives and other steam brake equipment. Air and vacuum brakes. Rule number 101. Before each trip with the brake with air and shape with the tube with the condition with the trip with the air compressor with the condition. Provide ample supply with the air surface with which the locomotive display with the devices for the regulating all pressure with the properly performing the function of the brake valve properly in all position. The word water has been drained from the air brake system. 78 safety valves. Rule number 102 with the main reservoir system. Each of the unit will be equipped with at least one safety valve with capacity division to prevent accumulation of pressure more than 10 pounds per square inch above the maximum working air pressure fixed for the unit operating with the locomotive by the zone master mechanic with the zone interior with or by the Railway Grand Division headquarters theater operation. Suitable government will provide will be stopped with the start of the air compressor within 5 pounds of below the pressure fixed. Compressor government will give you the connection with the automatic air brake system will be with the show with the compressor will start with the main reservoir pressure with not less than 15 pounds with above the maximum pipe pressure of the fixed by chief transportation will not stop the compressor with the until the reservoir pressure with its increase with not less than 10 pounds. The compressor will be detected with the capacity or if it is often with the condition that may require not less than frequently once every 3 months with the time limit may increase upon application for the zone master mechanic zone with the interior of the Railway Grand Division headquarters with the either operation investigation show with the condition warrant minimum capacity any of the compressor permitted in with approximately 80% of the capacity of the compressor for the new with the diameter or for the speed with the compressor for the air pressure for the maintain with the compressor for the common view for the show on the table the appendix 2 with the forward diagram and offers for the show in figure 14. 79 hydrostatic test for the main reservoir. Rule number 103 every main reservoir before putting into the shift and left the new with at least once every 12 months with air after the show with the hydrostatic pressure not less than 25% above the maximum working pressure fixed by the chief mechanical officer's report with the on WDAGO form 55230 see chapter 12. Tires are for each of the main reservoir hammer tested each for the time when the locomotive shop for the general repairs not less than frequent once every 24 months. Report made with the WDAGO form 55230 with the test will be made below the reservoir is empty. 80 air gauges. The rule number 104 the air gauge will be located with the manual with the readily conveniently with the engineer motor man with his customary position in the cab. The air gauge will be tested at least once every 3 months. Whenever the regularly reported will be compared with the accurate dead weight with the tester. Test gauge control for the purpose of the testing gauge. If the gauge is found incorrect will be prepared before the return service. 81 cleaning. Rule number 105 the distributing of the control valve, the reducing valve, the triple valve, the transfer valve, the trade air, double track valve, the brake vent valve, the dirt collectors will be cleaned often as conditions require to maintain the shape of the tube with the condition for a service not less than frequency 1 adds every 6 months. The date of testing of the cleaning of the initial for the traffic station in which the work is done with a sense of allegedly conspicuous on the parts placed on the car display with under the glass of the cab of each locomotive. 82 the piston trouble rule number 106 the minimum brake cylinder piston trouble will be sufficient to provide the proper brake shoe for the clearing of the brakes is released. Maximum piston trouble the locomotive standing with the axis with 6 inches of the brake with the drive with the wheel with the journal box provided with the screw with the wedge with the wedge and when shoe with the wedges are not provided with the maximum trouble is 11 inches. One cylinder truck with the brakes with the more than one truck with the operated with the same cylinder maximum piston trouble with the 9 exceed the 7 inch of the cylinder operated with the brakes on one truck with only with the maximum piston trouble may be 8 inches. 83 foundation brake gear rigging. Foundation brake gear rule number 107. The foundation brake gear will be maintained to the standard for the locomotive. The lever rod with the brake beam hanger with the pins with the ample strength will not be fouled with any which way with the will properly operated for the brakes. All pins will be properly secured with the plate for the cotter split keys or nuts. Brake shoe with the properly fastened in with the plate for the kept approximately in line with the tread of the wheel. 84 main reservoir leakage rule number 108. Leakage for the main reservoir with the related piping not exceeding the average of 3 pounds per minute with the test of 3 minutes of the duration made after the pressure for the reduced 40% below the maximum pressure. Brake pipe leakage should not exceed 5 pounds per minute at any time of the full service with the application of the maximum brake pipe pressure for the communication of the brakes on club with the brakes will remain applied with not less than 5 minutes otherwise brake leakage was indicated. Section 2 draw gear and running gear.